I love you so much. And frozen. Wow, the cringe is so strong, it's like a bump of coke. Hello friends, trace amounts of science. We got some relationship advice for you today, posted in my personal subreddit, r/ReddX, reads by one lady, Angelia. And it was about a dude who wants his girlfriend to dress up as Elsa from Frozen, but all the time. Relatively short post, but then I thought maybe other people are doing the same thing. Could we get some Spider-Man X Elsa action on the channel today? And it's definitely going to happen, so I'm excited. How are you feeling about it, Gubbins, my boy?
Frozen bad, Spider-Man lie, only true movie Osmosis Jones, change Gubbins' life. But okay, yeah, good luck with cringe cape romance. I must go pay homage to our savior, Chris Rock Gubbins.
Oh, okay, well, I'll see you later, buddy. Hope you come back real soon. He's not gonna be here for the rest of the thing. Not that you ever notice he's here anyways. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So let's do that just now. And thanks so much for being here today. My ex forced me to dress as Elsa from Frozen whenever we did it.
Do you want a snowman?
Yeah, 'cause she's pure. The ice-cold temperatures keep the VD away. User says, I am not the original OP. The original OP is Nip Nips the Clown, which lends some legitimacy to this story, I should think. My ex forced me to dress as Elsa from Frozen whenever we did it. Originally posted to r/JustKnowSO, which is significant other, I guess. Trigger warnings, obsessive behavior, coerced intimate action, and sometimes physically coerced. There is a link to the original post from September 20th, 2018, and the text reads as follows. I really hope that this is the right sub for this. I think enough time has passed, 4 years, since this relationship ended that I can finally talk about it. I know that this might sound like creative writing, but I swear to God, this is true. I mean, people do have some proclivities. I will admit that much. My ex-boyfriend had a proclivity for Queen Elsa of Arendelle from Disney's Frozen. Be as skeptical as you want. I'm the one that had to deal with this bullshit. I was still a super religious fundamentalist at the time that this story took place, so I had no idea what a healthy relationship even looked like. Now that I can look back on this, I can see just how strange this was. I don't know, people do weirder stuff for their partners. I guess the clincher for me is just like every time I gotta go pull the wig out every time you get a little bonk on. It's ridiculous. This was a mistake! OP says, when I was about 18, I started dating a boy from my church. We ended up dating for around 1.5 years total. At first, he seemed funny and charming, athletic, blah, blah, blah. It was all my teenage fantasies poured into one little blonde mold. So about 6 months after we started dating, Frozen came out. I thought it was a cute movie and everything, but my ex, on the other hand, ooh boy, it was like a switch flipped in him. I was not prepared for what came next. It's unfortunate that you had like a nice 6 months and then he's like, I found this thing that I'm going to get really weird about now. And you didn't have it within yourself to steer him back on course. If he even wanted to go back on course. Good God. Anyway, OP continues that at first, it all seemed innocent enough. He bought Frozen t-shirts and posters and other merchandise. He liked to sing along to the songs while we were driving. No big deal. He found something he enjoys. Normal, right?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Then it started to grow into an obsession. Every time we went for a date, it was always at one of our places, watching Frozen. I suggested other activities, but was always shut down. I didn't much mind because I loved him and wanted to spend time with him any way I could. And if I had to suck him off when Do You Want to Build a Snowman was playing in the background, then god damn it, I would do exactly that. You're a real trooper, OP. I'll tell you that much. The real next level is to, snowball it into his mouth, because that's what Olaf would do, He's a snowman.
You're gonna wanna hold on to that carrot, too.
He'd say, that's gay. Jesus doesn't like that. But yeah, the whole sodomy and mouth stuff, he'd probably find that okay. Whatever. OP's reformed, ex-religious, because, probably because of experiences like this. Anyway, he bought a storybook that basically told the plot of Frozen in book form, and would grab different parts of my body while I read it to him. These events led us to losing our V-cards while Let It Go was playing in the background. I mean, that's kind of nice, I guess. Topical, at the very least. But OP says it was not my proudest moment. Speaking of Let It Go, yeah, he used to say that when he busted. While you're wearing the wig, because you wore the wig every time. The love letters and good morning messages he wrote to me started to reference the movie and the characters more than they talked about him or I. You're gonna have to read the fucking Frozen fan fiction. And sooner or later, the obsession turned over to me personally. He wanted me to look like Elsa. Well, my hair is naturally dark, and he begged me to make it blonde and braid it. I ended up lightening it up a bit for the summer, and he got angry that it didn't come out fully bleached blonde. You know what that does to a person's hair? You can't do that shit. I mean, you can, but it's gonna look like hay. You're not gonna like it. Why doesn't it look like it does in the CG? Well, because that's CG. Computer generated. We're not living chip and pin quite yet. It's all London Dungeon, okay? OP says he made me do eyeshadow in purple, like the character in the movie, and made me show him how to do it.
I don't know, man. Seems kinda gay to me.
He wore it himself? Well, there you go, right there. He's just a little gay boy that's been repressed by religion. He doesn't actually like Elsa. He wants to be Elsa. He made an outfit for me to wear when I visited his apartment. Well, he made me a list of things that I had to buy for myself to wear to his apartment every time I visited. This included an ice blue top that showed lots of cleavage, white shorts, and an over-the-top amount of silver jewelry. He even begged me to purchase a $50 Elsa gown from a Halloween shop and became angry when I wouldn't blow $50 of my limited nanny salary on a Halloween costume that would inevitably be hiked up around my waist and stained in a matter of seconds anyway. I mean, honestly, you want her to wear it so bad, you buy it. Even then, she doesn't have to say yes. OP's a lot more on board than most chicks, you know? Then again, I guess it's not really the weirdest proclivity in the world, is it? Whatever. When I wouldn't cough up the money to purchase an Elsa gown, he gave me the silent treatment for nearly 2 days. The creepiest part of all of this is that after he went through all these detailed fantasies of wanting to bang a Disney character, he approached me and asked if we could name our first daughter Elsa. You know, after he did me in the back while watching the movie in HD. I mean, it's a fine remembrance, I guess. Although I guess the subtext is more than slightly weird. In order for it to be okay, you'd have to move on from the Elsa thing entirely, but I don't think he's going to. OP says, I suppose I should feel bad for kink shaming him, but honestly, he was such a piece of trash to me for not being a toy shaped like a kid's movie character. So here it is. World, this girl's ex has a proclivity for Queen Elsa from Disney's Frozen. Sincerely, Nip Nips the Clown, an unwilling Elsa. We've got some relevant comments here. Purple Dollar Bill says, I had to take a sip of water after the whole naming our firstborn thing, and it was pretty wild up until that point. OP responds and says, I didn't realize how messed up it all was until I was chatting with my old high school friend about bad high school intimacy, and she mentioned guys shooting off too quick, and I told her about all this, and yeah, I didn't realize how messed up it all was until the look on her face. Yeah, there's subtext there. You could almost let it slide. Did he only say it once? I'm gonna just go ahead and believe that it was only a passing thought. Drakey Town says also, if he sexualizes Elsa and wants to name his daughter Elsa, well, yuck. OP says, I really do hope he's over that now. It's been 2 years since I've seen his face in person. I should text him and ask him if he still has that proclivity. Just out of curiosity. Nah, you don't need to ruin your life. Curiosity killed the cat, is what they say. Alright, it's over. Let it stay over. Probably he does, okay? Drakey Town says again, any updates on him since? OP said we hooked up once about 4 months post-breakup when he didn't incorporate any Frozen stuff. I realized then that bad intimacy without Frozen in the background is just bad intimacy. Also, he failed out of university and works at a pizza place. Oh, that is a tragic tale. I'm glad he's pulling away from the Elsa thing, but yeah, that doesn't seem like his life is on an upward trajectory, does it? He was mind broken by Disney's Elsa.
Well, I can firmly say I didn't like Frozen 4, but that was a solid 10 out of 10 for me. I'm scarred for life.
Nurse Nikki comes in and says, well, I hope this isn't real. But I know it is. And that's what's disturbing me so much about it. Good God. OP says, I swear to every higher being that exists that this is true. I'll see if I still have some of his love notes about Frozen. I burnt most of them. Yes, and as well you should. But in some cases, OP does deliver, and we get another post in which she does exactly that. From October 14th, 2018, 1 month later, my ex had a proclivity for Elsa from Frozen update. OP delivers with the love letter she found inside her dresser yesterday. Here is the note, and it says, I love you so. So many O's. I've always thought that I would never find anyone that would ever let me love you the way I do. I always want to be there for you no matter what. That's all you have to do, is nothing. Just let me treat you the way that you should feel. You never have to do anything. That's right. I'll put you behind glass forever. Aren't you happy in there, little bird? You must be. I've given you everything. You must be happy. Let me show you my love that will make me happy. And by the way, I think you have the most beautiful singing voice in the whole world, or might even be prettier than Elsa's winky face. I can't wait to see you in the Elsa outfit. I don't know why, but she's just so pretty. Yeah, he wants Elsa more than he wants you. How about, like, you will look so pretty in the outfit? You don't have to make it about how beautiful Elsa is, and I'm mystified. I'm not saying she is more than you, question mark. You don't have to dress like her, but I thought it was the cutest thing ever on Sunday of you in that dress. You were just the cutest person alive. Just tell me if you want anything. That's what I'm here for. To show you love and support you. I don't know what I'm writing. I just want you to know that you are perfect. I love you so much. And Frozen.
Wow, the cringe is so strong, it's like a bump of coke.
And he really did like a bunch of art for the words and shit like that. That's classic. That's wonderful. But mainly you, in smaller text. With all my heart forever and ever, I love you, princess. Weird Elsa loving guy. Yeah, that's his signature. I'm shocked that it actually exists. It's so transparent. I guess maybe as an 18-year-old you couldn't see it. You just perceive things differently. OP responding to a deleted commenter here says, I was cleaning out my dresser yesterday and found the bundle of love notes from my exes. I burned some of them, but something inside told me to save them for some reason. Yeah, that reason was Reddit karma. I'm still going through therapy from a lot of things that my ex made me do. Forced me to dress like Elsa from Frozen whenever we did it. Made me do it when I told him no. Stole money from me. And yeah, it feels good to tell the story. I know it's not super believable, and if it hadn't happened to me, then I wouldn't have believed it either. But then I found this. Yeah, physical proof. This thing happened! Probably. Might have spent a month forging it, but it's definitely not a girl's handwriting. Or it's the handwriting of a girl who writes like a man.
She had man hands.
And a Luddite man, like myself. Just terrible, ugly handwriting. I love Hummus comes in and says, is he like... okay. OP says, I'm actually worried. His parents were textbook narcissists, and I think this is his way of trying to relive a childhood that he never got to have. That being said, you don't force your girlfriend to dress up as a Disney character to bang her. I mean, you don't have to force her, okay? You ask nicely. Drop a few hints. Hey, I'd really like it if we tried this. Maybe she wants you to dress up as Spider-Man, you know? Right before you pull out, you just scream, how do I shot web?
Does it just come out of your wrists, or does it come out of anywhere else?
It's like the most ancient 4chan meme. Okay. I Love Hummus responds to OP and says, he's 19 though, and he should know better and stop acting and talking like he's 8. I'm glad you got out of this relationship, OP, but I genuinely hope that he gets help. Yeah, you said that already. Fuck off now. OP says, I genuinely hope he gets help too. As crappy of a person as he was, no human being should have to deal with something like this into their 20s. I can only imagine what his mental state has been like since, and no one else should suffer as a result of him. I thought he pulled it back around. I thought he turned 20 and fucking reality slapped him in the mouth. You can't sit around and watch Frozen all day, son! Although I'm sure he still has an Elsa figurine in a jar at home. User Squarlet says, this really made me think, considering you mentioned both his parents were serious narcissists, that he probably filled out the gaps in his emotional life with some wishful fantasy or something really opposite of the reality, and he therefore ended up as this broken narcissist himself. He has it all figured out in his head, but is regarded as just no by everyone with even the slightest hint of empathy. I'm glad he's in your past. Hopefully there's some help out there for him, but regardless, it shouldn't come at the cost of someone else's mental health. Which again, only just reiterates the point further. OP says, as much as thinking of him makes my skin crawl, I wish so badly that there was some help out there for him and that he's actively seeking it. He's not healthy and he's taking it out on me. I wish so badly that he can heal and cut off his narcissist parents. Yeah, I guess that one didn't end out as funny as I predicted that it would. But yeah, you gotta have some sort of damage to inflict this on another person. I'm not talking about superhero proclivity. Go ahead and like whoever you like, okay? But you don't twist your girlfriend's arm into doing it. That's just the slightest bit weird, don't you think? And inhuman and mean. But we'll keep on reading about some inhuman humans as we move on into our next post. My significant other, 18 male, has a Spider-Man proclivity, and I, 19 female, can't get past it. We've known each other for roughly 4 years. You're his Mary Jane now. Or Gwen State. I don't know how this thing works. Tell me about the Spider-Man multiverse in the comments. Thanks so much. So this happened last night, and I need an outside opinion. When we met, he was hardly into Spider-Man, and rarely spoke about him. He watched the movies and was a fan, but not to the extreme that he is now. We took a break from our relationship about 1.5 years into it for off-topic and personal reasons. The break was for about 1 year, however, when he started talking about his Spider-Man obsession, and it had indeed become something more. He started expressing his desire to be with Spider-Man.
Looks like you've been shooting a lot of web at this book. All the pages are really sticky.
He started constantly talking about how exhilarating it would be to have fun times in a Spider-Man themed room. Spider-Man bed, Spider-Man pajamas, with none other than Spider-Man himself. Yeah, dude, he could like web the wall and you could jump onto it and stuff. That would be awesome. If I was fucking 8. Opie says I brushed it off as just some joke or weird obsession that he'd soon get over. Oh boy, was I wrong. For a few months, I had heard little of Spider-Man and his presumable interests with him. I bought some cute new lingerie and was hyped up to show him. When I did, it hardly went as planned. He looked me up and down and gave me the most disgusted look I have ever seen. I asked him if there was a problem with what I was wearing, and his response was, "Baby, you look beautiful, but you know how much I love Spider-Man, and I just wish you would have bought something that was Spider-Man themed." It's red. What else do you want? Literal Fruit of the Loom Spider-Man underoos would have satisfied him. Opie says, I was appalled. I told him I needed a few days to think about our relationship and what has become of it, and I left. He sent me a text telling me that I was being unreasonable and that it would make our intimate life so much better if I just dress as Spider-Man one time. To which I responded saying I wouldn't play into his weird Spider-Man fantasies. He's left me on red and hasn't responded since. I know he's a good guy and wants the best for our relationship, and I'm wondering if I should just suck it up and dress as Spider-Man for him, as I do want to save our relationship. I mean, I don't know, slippery slope. I heard about a girl that dressed as Elsa, and now that's like basically all she does with her boyfriend. It's kind of weird. You can do the Spider-Man thing on the birthday as a treat, you know? But I would not personally recommend integrating this into the normal platter. Every time you want to go get down, I gotta go grab the Spider-Man mask. It's stupid. It's just like the Elsa thing. It's stupid.
The suit. You gotta take it off.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh boy, yeah.
Although this post was a lot shorter, caught a lot less interest. I guess because there was no handwritten note attached, but I'm glad to have dug it up. But we can find another Spider-Man post, I'm sure. You think this is random? Nah. Okay, here's like the only other Spider-Man based post. A guy friend of my girlfriend asked her to watch a movie with them, just the two of them. Yeah, and you're gonna sit in the chair in the corner, aren't you? You don't let this happen. Although I don't know, could actually be a guy friend. I'd have to see him interact. Then I can make the call for sure. My girlfriend has some guy friends that I know about, and I do trust her. I even met some of them, and they have girlfriends too, but some random guy friend I don't know about asked her to watch the Spider-Man movie with him. I asked her a lot about it and told her how I feel, and she understands. She mentioned that she would cancel the plan if I wanted to, but I just didn't know how to feel. She also mentioned that they have a brother-sister type friendship. I love her very much, and she hasn't given me reasons to doubt her loyalty, so it's complicated. I should also include that they've been friends for like 6 years. Honestly, I can't make that call for you, bro. Like I said, I gotta see him interact. You said you trust her, and if that's the case, then you wouldn't be asking Reddit. So yeah, go ahead. Show as much trust as you like. Sure, it's not gonna go wrong. It's gonna go great. So don't worry about it. Anyway, next Spider-Man post. I, 28, dressed up as Spider-Man and surprised my 2 8- and 6-year-old daughters by peering in the window. And now they expect Spider-Man to show up tomorrow. What do I do? After they saw me in the window, I ran away so I wouldn't reveal myself. All day they've been looking for him, and they're pretty sure that it's not me. They've been looking for clues to find him. Spider-Man wrote them a letter and said that I told them that they were in town and he'd visit tomorrow evening. They think he's going to teach them how to be Spider-Man. When I put the costume back on tomorrow, should I just reveal myself? I can pull off being a convincing Spider-Man without the mask, so they'll be fooled. Or should I just give them hugs as Spider-Man and dip out? What would be the best experience for them? Obviously, they won't believe I'm Spider-Man forever, but they might think I'm a superhero. Update, I pulled off being Spider-Man, got a photo with him. My oldest is the most gullible, and my youngest was super suspicious, but they were both convinced that it was Spider-Man. I was running an errand. Yeah, pop through, little photo op, nothing wrong with that, you know? And you got the mask. It's not like being Santa Claus, where basically everybody knows, but you just can't say it out loud. Also, congratulations on being able to pull off a convincing Spider-Man without the mask, huh? What's your workout routine looking like, bro? You should tell me all about your macros. I'd appreciate it.
Spider-Man. Sorry, I'm on an ass-free diet.
Just because I read all the Spider-Man posts ever doesn't mean that it's over, because we've still got Batman posts. I'm not joking. I'll see you over there. Meeting Batman, 22/25 male, and I, 22 female, don't know what to do next, ? Stay away from him, OP. He's a vigilante. There will be legal recourse. OP says, hey guys, I'm in collage. Oh man, the education system failed you right off the bat, didn't it? Look at that. Collage.
Pathetic.
And one day I saw this amazing looking guy in the cafeteria. We know what you're at collage for. He saw me and we sat next to each other. My scarf fell down and he gave it to me. We had eye contact. I'm delusional. And that was it. I'm glad we're copping to the delusional part right away. My friends and I kept joking about the fact that he's literally Batman, since he's extremely serious and wears amazing classic outfits with his little PC handbag. Oh, super nerd, huh? We never saw him smile, so the other week I saw him again, and I decided to make the first move. I told my friend to give him a post-it with my Instagram when I'm gone because I'm shy and awkward. I guess technically it can't. It's making the first move by proxy. She did that, and he followed me and DM'd me right away. His texting style is like you'd imagine Batman would text. He told me, if I see you around, I'll come talk to you. I didn't have class the next day, and he texted me at night, are you coming tomorrow? And I said, yes. And he told me that we could see each other when I'm free. And I told him, okay, I'm free at this time. So we saw each other, and it was a 5-minute awkward small talk. Both of us were shy, plus he was looking at me like he was watching my soul. He's very, very put together and serious. Meanwhile, I crack jokes when I'm anxious. I told him he's like Batman, and he finally smiled. He had class, so he had to go. He told me, are you coming to the party tomorrow? I said, no, I hate college parties. There's a lot of people and my head hurts. And he told me, no worries. If you want, we can have lunch together someday after class. I said, okay. He said, you have my Instagram. We keep in contact. I said, yeah. And that's it. Now what should I do? Like, I've been hurt in the past and I swore to myself to let men lead. And as long as I do the first step, that's it. I don't know if he liked me because he's the type of guy who irons his clothes and I hate ironing and I'm the opposite of like the clean girl look that he probably goes for. So can someone wise help me with some wisdom? Yes, wisdom is what wise people are known to dispense, isn't it? Here's a bit of wisdom. He's a nerd, all right? He seems put together, but he's shy and awkward, excited to talk to a girl, have a girlfriend, all right? There's essentially no way at all that you can fuck this up as long as you keep open communication. It's really not that hard. Sometimes opposites attract, even if he doesn't like smile or laugh out loud at the jokes and stuff. Maybe he appreciates them on a drier level, you know? But yeah, I guess the true appreciation would be laughing to break the tension, which is why OP's making the stupid jokes. I get it. I do the same thing all the time. And then sometimes the silence is just deafening. You're like, well, that one didn't hit. Let's try another one. And none of them do. And yeah, it's sort of discouraging to be around somebody like that. But I don't know. You seem like you like him. Is it because he ironed his clothes? Is it because he picked up the scarf? Is it because he's conventionally attractive? I think I know the answer there, but that's fine. We're gonna just let it all lie. I don't need to correct your truth, okay? I have my own version of the truth, and it's super true to me, even if you don't agree. And that's how I live my life, and it's never failed me so far. You know who else has never failed me? My Patreon patrons or my YouTube members. My goodness. Thank you guys so much for supporting in the way that you do. Couldn't do it without you. We've also got a fourth wall, of course, if you're into merch. You could also just share the video around if you'd like to help out the channel. I think this has got like a pretty good concept title thumbnail, but it's probably aged a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Most importantly, friends, I want you to remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it. And I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.